Have you ever woken up in the morning and just felt stuck? Like your body's moving slower, your joints are stiffer, and that spark you used to have just isn't there. You sit on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, thinking, where did all my energy go? If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck that way, because here's the truth: your body is still capable of feeling strong, vibrant, and alive even after 60. You just need to know how to wake it up properly, and that's what we're talking about today. Not some grueling workout or impossible diet plan, but a simple, powerful morning routine that helps you feel better, move easier, and live with more energy than you thought possible. This isn't about turning back the clock. This is about living fully in the time you have. Because every day you wake up is a gift, and how you start that day can shape everything that follows. So today, I want to walk you through a morning routine designed especially for you, something realistic, gentle, and incredibly effective at transforming how you feel every single day. Let's start with the first habit, and this one might surprise you. It doesn't involve exercise or food. It's simply getting sunlight as soon as you wake up. That's right, opening your blinds, stepping outside on the porch, or even just sitting by a sunny window for 10 to 15 minutes can have an enormous impact on your health. See, your body runs on something called a circadian rhythm. It's like an internal clock, and that clock needs light to know it's time to be awake and alert. When you get natural sunlight in the morning, your brain signals your body to release cortisol, not the bad, stress kind, but the healthy kind that wakes you up, sharpens your thinking, and gives you energy. Sunlight also helps you produce serotonin, the feel-good chemical that boosts your mood. And later in the evening, that serotonin turns into melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. So that morning light, it's not just helping you now. It's setting you up for better sleep tonight. If the weather's nice, step outside with your coffee or tea. Listen to the birds, breathe in the air. Let the light touch your skin and your eyes safely. No need to stare at the sun. It's a small habit, but it sends a powerful message to your body. It's time to rise. Now, once your brain has that wake-up signal, the next thing it craves is movement. And I don't mean anything extreme. I'm talking about gentle stretching. Just 5 to 10 minutes of mindful movement to get your blood flowing, loosen up stiff joints, and tell your muscles we're alive and we're ready. You might notice as you age that your body feels tighter in the morning. That's totally normal. Overnight, everything cools down and settles, but staying stiff can lead to aches, poor posture, and even a higher risk of falls. So doing just a few gentle stretches each morning, maybe reaching for the sky, rolling your shoulders, twisting gently from side to side, can do wonders. If you're not sure where to start, think of it this way: stretch what feels tight, move what feels stuck, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your hips. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to breathe and move. And here's a secret: stretching isn't just about flexibility. It also improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and helps you feel more centered and calm. Many people even say it reduces that foggy feeling in the morning. Try pairing your stretches with deep breathing in through your nose, slowly out through your mouth. That combination of breath and movement can shift your entire mood before breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, let's talk about fuel, because what you eat in the morning plays a huge role in how you feel the rest of the day. And no, I'm not going to tell you to give up your toast or your morning coffee. But I will say this: your body needs real nourishment in the morning, especially protein. See, after 60, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass more quickly. That can lead to weakness, fatigue, and even balance issues. But starting your day with a good source of protein like eggs, Greek yogurt, a smoothie with some protein powder, or even some leftover chicken from last night helps maintain that muscle. And that means more strength, better mobility, and fewer falls. Protein also keeps your blood sugar stable, which means fewer crashes and cravings later in the day. You stay full longer, your energy stays steady, and your brain stays sharper. So if you've been reaching for just toast and jam or skipping breakfast altogether, consider making a little switch. You don't have to give up what you love. Just add something that helps your body stay strong, and let's not forget hydration. It's easy to forget that after sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body wakes up a little dehydrated. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, dizziness, and sluggish thinking. So before you grab that cup of coffee, try drinking a glass of water. Add a slice of lemon if you like, or a pinch of sea salt for minerals. It's a simple act of kindness toward your body telling it, "Here, I've got you." So just think about this. You wake up, open your blinds, feel the light on your face. You stretch gently, breathe deeply, and feel the tension melt away. You drink a glass of water, make a nourishing breakfast, and greet the day with energy and intention. That's not a fantasy. That can be your everyday. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing something, one small shift in the morning can create a ripple that changes how you feel, how you move, and how you live. And you deserve to feel good today, tomorrow, and every morning. You're blessed to open your eyes. Now that we've covered waking up with sunlight, gentle movement, and nourishing your body, let's move a little deeper into the heart of this routine. Let's take things a step further and talk about something that many people overlook, but it makes all the difference in how your body and mind function throughout the day. I'm talking about mindfulness, not some complicated meditation practice that takes years to master, but just a few quiet minutes in the morning to center yourself, to slow down, to be present. You see, our minds tend to race the moment we wake up. What's on the calendar today? Did I forget something? What did the news say last night? And before we know it, we're already feeling tense, anxious, even overwhelmed before we've taken a single step out the door. But here's the beauty of it. You get to choose how your day begins. And one of the most powerful choices you can make is to start the day with calm instead of chaos. That could mean sitting quietly with your eyes closed and focusing on your breath for 2 minutes, or saying a short prayer, or reading a passage from a book that lifts your spirit. Maybe it's simply placing your hand on your heart and saying, "Today I choose peace." It doesn't have to be perfect or fancy. What matters is intention, giving yourself permission to pause. When you do that, you're not just calming your nervous system, you're training your brain to respond instead of react, and that kind of inner steadiness becomes more important the older we get, because let's face it, life throws us curveballs. Health challenges, family stress, loss, but when your morning starts from a place of calm, you're better equipped to face whatever the day brings with clarity, strength, and grace. And don't worry if your mind wanders, that's completely normal. The point isn't to be perfect. The point is to show up for yourself. And while we're on the topic of showing up for yourself, let's talk about something else that might surprise you: gratitude. Yep, that simple, quiet act of noticing what's good in your life. It might seem small, but study after study shows that practicing gratitude has a profound impact on your mental, emotional, and even physical health. When you start your morning by reflecting on a few things you're grateful for, big or small, you shift your brain out of fear, worrying, and lack, and into joy, trust, and abundance. It's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about remembering that even in the middle of challenges, there are still blessings. You might be grateful for your cozy blanket, or a phone call from your grandchild, or that your legs still carry you when you walk to the kitchen. Nothing is too small. I like to think of gratitude as a lens. It doesn't change the picture, but it helps you see things more clearly. So after you've had your stretch, your sunlight, your breakfast, take a quiet moment to name 3 things you're thankful for. Say them out loud or write them down in a little notebook. Over time, this simple act can rewire your brain to look for the good, even on hard days. And that creates resilience, the kind of inner strength that doesn't just help you get through life, but enjoy it. Now, let's turn our attention to something more physical again, but still gentle and kind to the body. After all, your morning routine isn't just about feeling good in the moment, it's about building a foundation that supports your health long term. And one of the best ways to do that is through balance work. Yes, balance. It may not be the most glamorous part of fitness, but let me tell you, it's one of the most important, especially as we get older. Why? Because poor balance leads to falls. And falls can lead to serious injuries, hospital stays, and long recovery times. But the good news, balance isn't something you lose overnight. And it's definitely something you can improve with just a few minutes of focused practice each day. Try this tomorrow morning. After you've stretched and breathed, stand near a chair or countertop and lift one foot off the ground for 10 to 20 seconds. Then switch sides, don't worry if you wobble. That's how you get stronger. If you're feeling steady, try closing your eyes. Or do a slow heel-to-toe walk across the room like you're on a balance beam. These simple exercises train your muscles, your joints, and your brain to stay steady. They also wake up your core muscles, which support your spine and posture. And if you do them regularly, you'll notice yourself walking with more confidence, less shuffling, more purpose. And confidence, believe it or not, is just as vital as strength. Because when you trust your body, you move more, and when you move more, you live more. You're not just surviving, you're participating fully in your own life. That's what this is all about. And speaking of participating in life, I want to pause for a moment and remind you of something important. These habits we're talking about, they're not chores. They're not punishments, they're gifts. Gifts you give to yourself. This morning routine isn't a to-do list, it's a love letter to your body. A reminder that you matter, that your health, your comfort, your joy, they're still worth prioritizing. So if you've ever thought, well, it's too late for me to change, I want you to gently let that thought go. Because it's simply not true. The human body is remarkably adaptable. At 60, 70, even 80, you can absolutely improve your strength, your energy, your flexibility, your mood. Not by pushing yourself harder, but by caring for yourself better. Just imagine it, waking up each day with less pain and more energy, moving through your home without fear of falling, feeling calm and focused, not rushed and anxious, laughing more, sleeping better, enjoying your meals. That's not just wishful thinking, it's possible, and it starts with how you greet the morning. So as we continue building this beautiful routine, keep this in your heart: you are not behind. You are not broken, you are simply at a new chapter. And this chapter can be vibrant, empowered, and full of life if you choose to nourish it, one morning at a time. Let's now turn to something that's often underestimated, yet it plays a huge role in how we feel throughout the day: hydration. That's right, good old water. It may not be the most exciting topic, but believe me, staying hydrated, especially first thing in the morning, can completely shift how your body functions. You might not realize it, but your body becomes mildly dehydrated overnight. You go hours without drinking anything while your body is busy healing, restoring, and processing. And if the first thing you put in your body in the morning is coffee or tea without any water first, you're starting your day even more dehydrated. Now, I love a warm cup of tea as much as anyone, but here's the trick: reach for water first. Just one glass right after you wake up, room temperature or warm with a squeeze of lemon if you'd like. That small act helps wake up your digestive system, lubricate your joints, and flush out toxins that your body processed while you slept. You might notice fewer headaches, better digestion, even a clearer mind, all from a single glass of water in the morning. And if you're someone who struggles with constipation or stiffness, this alone could make a noticeable difference. What I love about this is how doable it is. You don't need equipment or a gym membership. You don't need 90 minutes or a complicated routine, just water, just presence, just the willingness to care for yourself in small but powerful ways. Now, let's talk about something equally essential: movement. Not exercise in the traditional sense, but the kind of intentional movement that reminds your body it's alive, the kind that invites energy in and shakes the stiffness out. Think of it like telling your joints, hey, we've got a new day ahead, let's get moving. This could be a short walk around the block, a few minutes of gentle yoga or tai chi, marching in place while you wait for the kettle to boil, dancing to your favorite old song in the living room while the sunlight comes through the window. You don't have to sweat. You don't have to count reps, you just have to move. Movement sends a signal to your brain that says, we're here, we're ready, we're part of this life. It wakes up your circulation, supports your balance, and releases those feel-good chemicals in your brain that help you feel happier and more connected. And if your knees ache or your back protests, don't push, find what feels good, even seated. Stretches or arm movements while sitting in a chair can bring circulation to places that need it. The point isn't to impress anyone. The point is to connect with yourself, to feel your feet on the ground. To be in your body, not fighting it, not ignoring it, but living in it, lovingly. You might even turn this into a little ritual. Put on a soft playlist you love, light a candle. Let the movement be something you look forward to, not something you check off a list. Remember, this is your time. You've spent years caring for others, showing up, being responsible. This part of your life, it can be about nourishing you, and once you've hydrated, stretched, breathed, centered yourself, consider one final piece of this morning routine, nourishing your mind. Just as your body needs movement and fuel, your spirit needs inspiration, especially in this season of life when things can sometimes feel quieter or even a little lonely. So what inspires you? What makes your heart feel alive? Maybe it's reading a short devotion or poem that lifts your mood. Maybe it's journaling a few thoughts about what you're hoping for, or what you've learned over the years, or even taking a moment to write down one thing you're proud of. It could be something simple like how you handled a difficult conversation yesterday, or how you've stayed consistent with your morning walk. Feeding your mind with encouragement and meaning can be just as powerful as any green smoothie. It reminds you of who you are, not just your name or your age, but your spirit, your essence. That part of you that still dreams, still hopes, still has stories to tell and love to give. And yes, you still have so much to give. That's the beauty of this chapter. It's not about winding down, it's about waking up to what matters most. So let's take a moment right now and breathe that in. You're not old, you are not behind. You are not past your prime, you are wise, you are resilient. And you are worthy of every bit of care and love you offer yourself this morning. Routine isn't about trying to reverse time. It's about embracing it. It's about honoring the body and the life you've lived and saying yes to the years ahead. Saying yes to feeling better, to moving with ease, to waking up and knowing that today holds possibility, just like any other day. And sure, some mornings won't go perfectly. You'll wake up stiff, you'll forget a step. You'll feel a little foggy. That's okay. This routine isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up again and again with kindness toward yourself, because small changes, repeated daily, have the power to completely transform your life. Not overnight, not all at once, but steadily, gently, like a flower turning toward the sun. So if you've made it this far in the video, I want to thank you. Thank you for choosing you, for investing time in your well-being, and for trusting that even now, at this beautiful age, growth is still possible. Change is still possible. Joy is still possible. If something in this message spoke to you today, I'd love to hear it. Share a thought or experience in the comments below. Your words might just be the encouragement someone else needs. And if you found this helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content made just for you, uplifting, practical, and rooted in real life. Here's to living your best life at any age. Here's to mornings filled with intention and days filled with energy, strength, and joy. You've earned this. Now go out there and enjoy it.